Hello, welcome to the Tutors of Life podcast, where we research life so you don't have to. Episode 209. This is your host, Shaun Tutor.
This is Sam. This is a tutor episode where we try to teach you something new.
When did we podcast last?
I'm sorry for Mimi. We podcasted last on, we had to do a talk episode till Tuesday, 2 days, 4th of July, duh.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
2 days ago.
Did we do it when we got home? Or did we do it before we left?
Does it matter?
Oh, no, it really doesn't matter. How loud do you think that is?
I can delete it.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
She is wowing
Yep.
the fuck up. All right, hey, can you lay down, please?
Okay, so what do you got for me?
All right, dude, we're going to talk about deleting gray area.
Yeah. Decisions.
Deleting decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't get decision fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do you got for me?
One of the best places to start, which we've talked about many times on this podcast, is to schedule your life out. And that can consist of, just having the same routines every day. So right now, Sean's on a good routine of waking up at 5, drinking 8 ounces of water, going on a W, and then coming back, drinking 8 ounces of water, and doing whatever after that.
Then, yeah, I get to read.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get to pack up for work.
Yep. So Sean's on a really good schedule with that. And so just making sure you have those type of routines so you can just get up and start going. You don't have to figure out anything.
I tell you, I feel so freaking good by the time I hit like 8 a.m. I'm so happy with what I did with the morning. Mm-hmm. I'm not like pissed off at myself for sitting on my phone. I just like feel good. Mm-hmm. I feel awake. I feel great.
Yeah.
Compared to like when I just get up, fuck off, sit on my phone for a half hour.
Yeah.
Man, do I feel like shit.
Yeah. And it gets like, it starts your day off well or good, that it's just going to keep going throughout the day. So the point of having these types of schedules is so you don't have to make decisions. For people that own their businesses, they have to make a lot of decisions and think about a lot of things throughout the day. So by making the rest of your life decision free, it really optimizes your mind for when you have to run your business. I was telling Sean, even like one thing I want to start doing, and we've talked about doing, is having even our workouts scheduled. So before we even get to the gym, we're going to know exactly what we're doing. So then we don't have to get there and try and decide and figure out what we want to do. We already know before we even get there.
Yeah.
And that helps like mentally prepare yourself too, so then you don't have to you don't think about it.
That's what was so great about always having a program.
Mm-hmm.
You always knew what the fuck you were doing that day, so you could prepare.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you need to eat more, eat less, you need a pre-workout or not, all that stuff.
Yeah. And the other thing like we do is like our meals. So we have the exact same breakfast and lunch every single day. Sometimes, obviously, Sean will go out to get coffee or lunch with like potential clients or just
friends, acquaintances.
Yeah.
Whatever it may be.
Yeah. So sometimes he does that, but he usually knows ahead of time when he's going to do those things. But also on Sundays, we take out a lot of our meat. So we kind of think through the week what we're going to have for dinner. So usually we like to plan it based on like what we're doing. Because Sean does do golf and his jiu-jitsu. So Friday nights we sometimes go out to eat. So we try to think of that ahead of time. So we're not taking out extra meat that we're not going to use. This weekend we're going to Milwaukee. And so we made sure we didn't take out any extra meat for this weekend because we're not going to be here. Mm-hmm. Which we should go get brats, but anyways.
Yeah.
So that's just like one less thing that you have to think about throughout the day. And like if you have kids, especially, I think this is a huge thing to do. Is to because if you're in a schedule, then your kids will learn to be in a schedule too. So it's just gonna make the time with them so much hassle free. Obviously, kids will be kids, but having a good schedule will help them.
You can even get this to like the next level too, and you get an executive assistant who schedules your days for you.
Yeah.
And all you do is show up to your office. You just show up to the office. Executive assistant has your day scheduled out, and you just follow your calendar. No decisions.
Yeah.
I mean, you're making decisions during those, what you're doing, but yeah, you're like, your shit's way scheduled.
And I think too, like, if there's like a sudden change in plans, I think it's easier to do that when everything is so scheduled out.
Right.
Because you can either like look at it and be like, okay, I can move like this less important thing to tomorrow, or like, oh, I have a break at this time today. I can go do it then. So I do think like it helps with that, and plus it gives you a little spontaneity. Yeah. If you need, I don't really care to have any spontaneous things happen throughout my day.
This is what I do notice about shit. Like, for my job in specific, I do a lot of running around. And so I will sit there and play out in my mind over and over and over and over what's the best way to tackle all these objectives.
Yeah.
And I just like play it over. I'm like, okay, how am I going to like, based on time constraints, based on location, how do I get all this to jive, right? If you had an executive assistant who had free reign at your calendar, and every time they were scheduling something for you, they can look at your calendar and go, oh, well, he's got this in this location at this time. He's got this in this location at this time. Okay, well, if it's a similar location, let's just schedule that for right after.
Yeah.
Boom. And then, like, for someone to be able to do that for you and that be their job, their decisions, could help like a high performer so massively. Yeah. Sounds really nice.
Yeah.
Because then the high performer's not wasting their bandwidth thinking about what's the best way to coordinate my day. And they can think more on like, how do I get another house or whatever.
Yeah. It just helps clear your mind so much. Because I know if I don't write down what I need to do in a day, I just think about it over and over and over and over and over again. And then once it gets to like me having to do those things, my mind is so tired from just thinking about those things, so I didn't forget. So being able to just write it down, it just helps alleviate so much pressure off your mind.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, you can literally schedule out everything and anything in your life.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Obviously things will happen, but for the most part, you can do just about everything. I want to start. We have a whiteboard calendar, so Shaun and I usually fill it out at the beginning of the month, just so we can kind of see like a rough outlook of what our month's gonna be, so we can plan either like other trips to like Ashland or when we're gonna go side-by-siding, because we can see what events we have going on through the month. I want to start using that calendar to put on what we're gonna have for dinner. So then, like, we don't have to think about it anymore. We just know, like, okay, on Sunday we took out these meats. This is what we're having for dinner on every day. So there's very little I mean, it's something that's so simple that doesn't take that much time that can just help you immensely.
Right. We had slop tonight for dinner.
Oh, so good.
So good. Had a little bit of rice. What?
You're not doing that with this whole meal.
Put a little chicken.
No.
What?
Anyways, so yes, we had like our own little
beans.
Burrito bowl.
What?
That Shaun decided to have. But chicken was the only meat we had left, so we knew we had to use the chicken somehow, and that's what Shaun came up with.
Some red onions.
Stop.
What? Okay, I'm done. I'm done, babe.
You're not. And then it'd be really good for the vegetables and fruits we have.
Shredded.
Stop
Jeez.
it.
All right, I'm done, babe.
No,
I'm
you're
done.
not. I'm literally going to shut off the podcast. I hate when he does this. If you haven't noticed. So getting like certain vegetables, because like avocados go bad kind of fast and our bananas go bad kind of fast. So, I mean, even just like keeping track on there of like.
Dude, I hate how fucking fast bananas go bad.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is they bring these things from where the hell they bring them from?
I don't know. Probably Florida.
How the hell they get them up here? I go buy them in the grocery store and they're bad in 3 days. Riddle me that.
I don't know.
Give me a week.
Didn't we get them on Saturday?
Whatever. They went bad yesterday. Yesterday was the last edible day.
Oh, I ate mine today. It was good.
Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. I tell you what, once there's more brown on a banana than yellow, I can't eat it.
Peel it. It's not.
The peel becomes like paper thin.
Yeah, just peel it. You can peel it like a regular banana still. And the banana is still just as whitish yellow. Pale white, pale yellow.
You tell him, but the banana tastes significantly riper.
Yeah, it's just a stronger banana taste.
Yeah, it's hard to eat.
Maybe stop being such a pussy.
Dude. You want me to start going again with dinner?
No.
All right.
What else do you got about scheduling, Sean?
Dude, this podcast got great. No, it's pretty simple in the fact of like the more shit you can plan ahead, the more like the less fatigue you're gonna have in your mind, right? And it also goes on like when you're in a good mental space, doing the things to set yourself up for when you're not in a good mental space, right? And so do things when you have motivation, gusto, whatever, so that when you have the sluggish mind, you want to go on your phone, whatever, you have that all scheduled out, so you have to do it.
Yeah.
That was like, dude, today multiple times I was like, man, I just want to go on my phone, but I couldn't because I had so much shit going on. I was like, ugh, I can't do it.
I know I wanted to yell at you when you got home and just laid up here for half an hour, but I was like, I'm listening to streamers, so I felt bad yelling at you when like I was working, but I was listening to
I took a 30-minute respite today when I got home.
Did. I will also say this could like help your marriage too. Sean and I both hate making decisions. Hate it.
No, I love making decisions. I just don't know how you're going to feel about my decisions.
Okay, what about every time you ask me, well, what should we have for dinner? And I'm like, I don't know, I don't care. And then you just hound me until I give you something.
Because I feel like you should care.
Food's food.
Really?
You know what I like.
All right, done. Alpat, every meal.
Really?
You know what Alpat's got?
Not as good tasting burrito bowl as we just ate.
That's debatable.
I don't know, that one was pretty good.
I know it was.
You could also, if you wanted some, like, going off of food still, if you wanted some a spontaneous moment, you could, like, have a jar of, like, popsicle sticks of, like, different food items or food choices.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
You are not that good at making a decision.
No.
So having more things scheduled out really does help, like, Sean and I. So, like, when we are going out, our trip out east, I'm going to try and plan out, like, even where we're going to eat for most places. Just so then we can just go and enjoy the whole trip and not have to think about anything, really.
I will say I definitely want to find coffee joints.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
I love me a coffee joint.
Yeah, good old, like, breakfast diners and stuff.
Brooke and I found one today in Bloomer, but it was too busy.
Oh, that's sad.
So we left.
Sad day. So yeah, those are it's gonna help with if you schedule most things out and plan ahead. It'll help with mental fatigue. It'll help with, I mean,
decision making.
decision making fatigue. Literally, I would say mental fatigue because if you have to make a whole lot of decisions throughout the day, you could get tired. And just like your relationships with people, with especially your significant other, and with yourself.
Let me rip through this on how easy this will be for someone who doesn't own a business and someone that has like a set schedule every day. You have a start time at work. Say it's 8 a.m. You have a finish time at work. Say it's 4 p.m. Okay, 8 to 4. The night before, set your clothes up for that next day. Pack your gym bag. Get your shit staged in the kitchen for what you're going to put in your lunchbox besides the shit that needs to go in the fridge. Stage that shit in the fridge. So all you got to do is open the fridge, grab that shit, throw it in your lunchbox, right? Set out. So you got your calendar. I have my calendar, my schedule set out every morning. Right on the table. Boom, I can walk right to it and check off my shit. See what I got, check off my shit. You can have your book set there, whatever you want, right? And you have all this shit set up the night before, because setting all that stuff up when you're tired and like in a foggy mind doesn't matter. It's easy to do. Like that shit's autopilot. In the morning, doing all that is just like, I think it's just terrible. I think it sucks having to rush to do all that shit in the morning. You forget something, you end up forgetting your phone, whatever. And then just figure out when you want to start your day. What you want to accomplish in the morning before you go to work.
Yeah.
Set your time. Wake up at that time, because you're first, when you write down or tell yourself or set your alarm what time you're getting up, that is your first victory of the day. So you either win, you start off winning the day by waking up right at the time you told yourself, or you started off failing your day right away, instantly. Boom, I'm failing my day. Everything from here, I'm failing. You then need to jump over the hurdle of starting your day failing instead of just starting it winning. You know what I'm saying? So boom, set your time, get up, and then start doing whatever it is you said you did. Get to work at 8. Do your work shit. Right after work, you already got your gym bag packed from the night before. Hit the gym. Boom. Drink your shake on the way home. Then you're home. Let the dog out. Whatever. Hang out with your significant other. I don't think most people do shit in the afternoons.
Most people just watch TV.
So then instead, you have 1 hour to watch TV after you made dinner and after you went on a family W. Like, you can structure your life and still have enjoyment. Like, sometimes we watch TV.
Rarely.
Sometimes it happens.
Yeah. I mean, I find joy in the work that I do, so.
Oh, dude, I'd rather work. Like, after this, I gotta write a blog, which is fun. Splendio. So, yeah. I will say, sometimes I don't wake up at my alarm clock. I start the day off with a fail. But, I'm in a good kick. I'm gonna keep going. Keep rolling with it. So, yeah, I mean, it's really as simple as this. When you're in a good state of mind, sit down, think about your perfect day. What's your perfect day look like?
Yeah.
What's your ideal day look like? Write that bitch down on your fucking calendar, what your ideal day looks like, and then just get up the next day and do that. And the next day and do that, and do it, and do it, and do it, and do it.
And do it every day. Don't do it just during the weekdays. Like, make sure you're still doing most of that schedule on the weekends.
Right.
Like, especially your morning routine and your afternoon routine. The middle part, obviously, you can go do whatever, because you're not working, but keep those morning and afternoon routines the same. When you go on vacation, keep those routines the same.
Yeah, you say that shit, but it's like it's so hard. It's so hard.
It's very hard.
Like, get up at 5 a.m. on vacation.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Eat my...
It's also hard depending on where we are with time zone differences.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, not if you're Wes Watson.
Because was it Nevada that it's like 2 hours behind? So if we wanted to get up at 5 a.m., it was like getting up at 3 a.m.
Yeah, but this is what I love about Wes Watson.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wake up at 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I don't need the sleep. Gives me opportunity to tell myself I'm a little bitch and to stop complaining.
Yeah, maybe I'll think that way when I go to prison.
Maybe.
Mm.
What are you going to prison for?
Nothing.
Ah,
So.
interesting.
Mm-hmm. Well, cool. That's what I got for you guys. Plan, schedule, get yourself a whiteboard, a journal, planner, anything. Get that shit out of your mind. Get it on paper. Follow it.
Yep. And the most important thing of the whole schedule is hitting your 5 critical tasks.
Yeah.
Andy Frisella.
Yeah, I got mine. I got mine today.
5 critical tasks, baby.
This was the last one I needed.
Gotta get it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you aren't tracking that shit on a schedule, daily calendar, how do you know what you're accomplishing? How do you know if you're moving closer to your goals? How do you know any of that shit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't. So, anyways, gang, that's what we got. Hope you enjoyed it. Go get yourself a schedule and start making yourself better.
Hopefully we'll post this one on YouTube.
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Okay, bye.
See ya.